In this video, 5 proper sexy raspberry cocktails. We've got rum, brandy, gin, vodka, tequila. Recipes coming up. Right then, before I start, it's worth pointing out in this video, I am going to be using Raspberry Puree, my go-to brand. It's not sponsored by this brand at all. It's just I'm just doing 5 cocktails with Raspberry Puree. If you haven't got puree at home, feel free just to use fresh raspberries. I've got some here for the garnish, fresh raspberries, and then just muddle them down with a bit of sugar. They will create exactly the same thing. It's just that I believe for people at home, for pubs, that are not knocking out as many cocktails, I firmly believe in puree. So the first cocktail we're going to get into is the rum-based one, and I've kind of got a coconut and raspberry daiquiri going on. We're going to serve it up in a kind of little cool sort of rocks glass there. We're going to make it in a cocktail shaker. The first ingredient I want is my raspberry puree. I just want 15 ml of this. So that'd be the equivalent of about 3, maybe 4 raspberries and a bit of sugar. So 15 ml of raspberry puree. I do love purees because they're just long life and shelf stable. They're just cheaper, so much easier, guaranteed kind of guaranteed consistency and taste. So we've got our proper vibrant now. We've got our raspberry in there. Next ingredient I want is some freshly squeezed lime juice. So I'm going 15 ml of lime juice, 1.5. And as always, the recipes are in the show description below. So just click just below the video and you'll get a link to get all the recipes. Not a problem. Right, we've got lime, we've got our raspberry. We next gonna go coconut rum. Feel free to use Malibu or something like that. Just bearing in mind Malibu's a little bit weaker. So this is like proper strength coconut rum, 37.5%. There's plenty of others on there. So this recipe is geared up for a stronger coconut rum. Right, I'm just going to use the little end just to get rid of all the rest of the raspberry, but we want 50 ml double bubble. There we go. Now, depending on your puree, depending on your raspberries, I'm just going to add just a little touch more sugar. Not too much, doesn't need much more, but I've played about with that puree a lot. I know the sugar levels of it, so I just want another 10 ml of sugar, that's all. Not a lot. And then there's one final ingredient, and I'm going for some coconut water. I think this just works so well in this drink. It's just lovely. It's kind of like a coconut raspberry daiquiri, but I think it's superb. So again, 50 ml double bubble of coconut water. There we go. Right. Now we are coming up for, get on there. We are coming up for the shake, so just need to ice that down. There we go. And you know the drill. Regular fans amongst you, you know the drill. Come up with the names. Stick your name suggestions in the comments below. Let's get the names rocking out for this one. Hard, fast shake. Proper welly, all right? There we go. Perfect. Right. Get rid of that. Just going to single strain it into my glass. As I always say, if you're at home, just pour the whole thing in. It doesn't matter. If you're in pubs, if you're charging money for your cocktails though, single strain it, fresh ice in your glass. It just looks more professional. All right. There we go. Single strain that in there. Doesn't really matter too much. I'm actually going to go a little bit of cubed ice. Chunky cubed ice. And then I'm just going to crown it with a bit of crushed ice, just to make it look pretty. And then garnish. Get on there. Garnish, I've got one prepped. I'm up in my garnish game a little bit. Not too much, we're not going too fancy, but up in my little garnish game. Little lime wheel there, and little raspberry kebab. There we go. So what are we calling this? I've kind of got it's like a coconut and raspberry dac sort of thing. Winner. That, I've set a bar so high with cocktail number 1. That is stunning. Love that. Right, second cocktail. Going to cover the 5 big sort of spirit categories of this. So the second cocktail we're going for is brandy or cognac. Cognac and raspberry works very, very well. So again, I'm going for this one. We're going to go cocktail shaker. Offs. You can chill your glass down. I'm just going to get that nice and cold. If you keep glass in the fridge, don't worry too much. It'll be cold anyway. So, but we're just going to chill it down. We'll have a nice cold cocktail, and then we just want it sort of going into a cold glass. So, ingredient number 1. Now, I don't often get too pretentious about my spirits. I love the fun. I love all that sort of stuff. But cognac, I kind of do get a little bit pretentious. I'm a bit of a cognac snob. I hate to say it. I love decent-ish cognac. I very rarely will ever go below a VSOP, and I do like my XOs. So I've got quite an expensive taste when it comes to cognac, but this is my cognac of choice. For you, honestly, a VS will work a treat. Of course it will. It absolutely will. But I just love my cognac. Right, 35ml of decent cognac, brandy, cognac, whatever. 35ml. There we go. Right. Ingredient number 2, going back to my favourite orange liqueur of the moment, Fortunella. It's a kumquat orange based liqueur. So good, so vibrant. Think Grand Marnier. So swap it out for Grand Marnier if you want to. Oh, just smell that all day. It's lovely. Right, 15 ml of that. Now we are going for the raspberry. I just want 15ml of Raspberry Puree for this. 15. It's getting empty. It's getting empty. Oh, I've got to buy another one, ain't we? Right, 15ml of Raspberry Puree. Then I want some freshly squeezed lemon juice, which is that one. 15ml of lemon juice. And then just again a little bit of sugar. Now, as I say, if you've used fresh raspberries for that, 15ml, 3-4 raspberries, just adjust your sugar levels, not a problem. But because I've got puree, and this is sugar based as well, there's a little bit of sugar in there. Again, I'm just going 10ml. Don't need too much more, just a little bit more, 10ml. Right, there we have it. So this is kind of like loosely based on the sidecar, effectively. You know, it's just a classic sort of cognac cocktail. Again, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that actually my Nick and Nora glass might be the right size for this. I did this before. I'm actually going Nick and Nora glass. Looking at that. If you've got a bigger glass, just up the ratios a little bit more. Absolutely fine. Right, we're going to ice this down. And no, I'm not drunk. This is literally the first video, literally the first cocktail I'm filming of the day. So, I'm not drunk yet. Right, I'm just excited. I get excited when I've got nice cocktails. Right, hard fast. There we go. Proper. Right. Do need to double strain this one. We don't want any little ice shards in the cocktail, so just get rid of your ice there. And then just double strain. You could even serve this up over ice if you wanted to. No great drama in that. Perfecto. And then garnish for this one. Well, I think this needs a little one. If I've got a smaller one, that'll do. A dehydrated orange on top there. You could actually add some orange bitters into the cocktail if you wanted to as well. Not a problem. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't know now. What are we calling that for start off? Kind of like raspberry sidecar, but... Oh, this is going to be a fun video. Right, just before I get on to cocktail number 3, which is going to be gin-based one. Just point of video, I need to shout out to all my Patreons. Thank you so much for your ever-growing love. I keep getting new ideas all the time for Patreon, so expect some audio content coming all the time. But the big point of my Patreon, my Legends Club, is basically you can always download my free cocktail book. The links will be below in the video description. So get hold of my free cocktail book. But the updated version, which I update every month, which is why I want you guys to come up with names for these cocktails, because all these cocktails go in my recipe book. You get that as a free perk. You get weekly simple serves, lots of sort of educational content. I really want to just give back. So whether you're a home bartender, mobile bars, pubs, whatever, it's just all about trying to help educate, teach, and just having some fun. So please do check out my Patreon. Right then, cocktail number 3, and we are going gin for this one. It's going to get served up in, I've got to use a sling glass, but if you want to use like a highball glass or something like that, that'd be fine. Absolutely fine, no dramas. Right, cocktail shaker time. I'm going to go raspberry puree first. So I want to wash all the puree out of this one. Again, 15ml. As I say, this is really vibrant, this one. That's why I'm going 15ml. Other puree brands that are out there, say Funkin, for instance, I might actually use a bit of 25ml of raspberry puree with Funkin, maybe a bit more sugar. But I've played about with these for so much. I know the sugar consistency. I know exactly how much I need to use. And 15ml goes a very long way. You do not need 25ml for these. So 15ml of raspberry puree in there, which would be the equivalent of about 3, 4, maybe 5 if you want to. Sort of decent raspberries and a bit of sugar muddled down. Right, that's the first bit. Second bit, let's start washing this out now. Freshly squeezed lemon juice, 15ml. 1.5. I'm going to go for some sugar. Not much, just 10ml of this, because there's another bit of sugar coming as well. 10ml of that. Right. Then I want some elderflower. Don't worry, the booze is coming. I want some elderflower. Now you could use an elderflower liqueur if you have one. I haven't actually got one. I need to invest in an elderflower liqueur. So I've got, especially as I'm coming to the bottom of this, elderflower syrup. That's what I've got. You could use in the UK bottle green, Belvoir. I just use syrup because it is long life and shelf stable. The other stuff that you get in the UK, you would need to keep in the fridge, and it'll be good for a few weeks after you open it, but you do need to keep it in the fridge. Right, and this just 10ml for this. All right, so raspberry, lemon, sugar, elderflower. Let's get the booze. Let's get the booze going on. Right, first bit of booze. Now, gin I'm actually going blood orange gin. I think that works very, very well with the elderflower and with the raspberry, and I'm a big fan. So that is why I'm using that blood orange gin. And I want 50ml double bubble. Just wash the rest of that out. There we go, 50ml. And then a final ingredient before the shake. There's one more coming after the shake. I'm going rose. I'm going my Lanique, my Spirit of Rose, liquid Turkish delight. I know there's plenty of other rose liqueurs around the world. I'm developing quite a worldwide audience now, so I've got to kind of tailor what I say, especially in America, in the Caribbean, in Australia. Hello, guys. But I think Lanique is just beautiful. It's literally liquid Turkish delight. So just think rose, sort of a rose liqueur or something like that. 15. Now this is quite strong. This is 39% ABV. So double it up for proof. And I just want 15. 1.5ml. All right. So now I'm just going to ice that down. Give it a good shake. There we go. Right. Also, this ice is proper frozen today, isn't it? Right, it's because it's cold in here. I'm going to have to start wearing my shirt, my little vest underneath, my little thermals. Right, names, suggestions in the comments below. What are we calling this? So we've got elderflower, rose, orange gin, raspberry. Come on, right, hard fast shake. There we go. Perfecto. Oh, the rose. The raspberry and rose. It's match made in heaven. Right, and then just to top that up, because I don't think it actually needs any more flavours, I'm just going plain soda water. And because of the sweetness as well, if you wanted to use Sprite, just don't add the sugar that I did. I think that would kind of counterbalance it. But I'm just going soda water. And again, 50ml double bubble. There we go. And I always add my fizzy stuff to the shaker to save me then having to stir it once it's in the glass. So always do that. Right, single strain this bad boy into your glass, because I'm going crushed ice in here. There we go. Right, top up with crushed. Musical interlude. Right, there we go. Top it up with crushed, and then as I've got them prepped, I've got another raspberry kebab. Getting the old. I'm actually going for a sprig of mint. Sprig of mint in there as well. There we go. Because raspberry. Well, that ain't a very good sprig of mint, is it? There we go. That's better. That's better. Let's get rid of that one. Right. So, name suggestions. What have we got? What have you got in your lockers? I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to pick between these at the end. The rose, the raspberry, the orange notes from the gin. That's without anything crazy like bitters or anything in there. Right then, so I've done rum, I've done gin, I've done brandy. Now, cocktail 4 is vodka. Vodka. But we are going vanilla vodka. That is what is coming up in this one. So, cocktail shaker it up again. Start off with the raspberry, just so we can wash out the shaker. There's nothing worse than leaving puree in a shaker, is there? So we might as well use it first, and then we can wash it out. Now again, 15ml, which as I say, will be roughly 3-4, depending on your juiciness, on your size of your raspberries. So 15ml of raspberry puree. There we go. Right. Perfect. Next ingredient, we want some lemon juice for this. Lemon juice, 15ml of lemon juice. Here we go. Now, again, we just want a little bit of sugar. So just 10ml again. Just to kind of balance it all out. Perfect. And I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, but not a massively sweet tooth. So, you know, some of you might even need a bit more sugar than this. But yeah, I think they're perfect. But hey ho, everyone's got a different palate. Right, ingredient number 4. I've lost track. 3, 4, wherever we are. Some red wine. Now again, I've just got, because I don't actually drink. I'm not a huge wine fan, so I just get little bottles like this, just purely for cocktails. I do not drink wine at home. I will have a nice glass when it with my mum out at dinner, but at home, no, I don't. So I just have nice bottles, little bottles. Hence the Shiraz. You know, all I have in little bottles are either Shiraz or Merlot. So I've just gone Shiraz. 15ml of Shiraz red wine. And then just to finish this all up, I'm going for my very vibrant, very lovely, the essential porn star. This vodka is just amazing. The essential ingredient for the porn star martini. So every household needs a bottle of JJ Whitley vanilla vodka. There's a tiny bit left of puree in there. I just want 50ml of vanilla vodka, 1.5. 50. Double bubble. Right. Here we go. I've forgotten to chill my glass down. God, it's all going to pot in this video, isn't it? It's all going to pop. Right. Ice this up. There we go. Right. Name for this one is kind of Loosely, I tell you, I promise you, I'm not drunk. This is literally 4th cocktail of the day. Name loosely based on a cobbler, loosely, but names. What are we naming it? Stick your name suggestions in the comments below. Right, hard, fast shake. There we go. Just get rid of all of that in there. Can double strain this if you want to. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to single strain this. You could have even put a nice, in fact, let's do it. Last minute addition. No, we won't. I was going to stick a lovely sort of white frothy layer on top. That would have been. Let's do it. False start. Oh, I like thinking. I like thinking on my feet. I'm just going to add, because I've got some, Ms. Betty's Bitters, Miraculous Foamers, sort of the equivalent of egg whites. Literally a quarter of a pipette. Won't alter the taste at all. It will do if you use more, but it won't if you use a quarter of a pipette or less. Again, I'm just going to quickly shake that up. Just look at the difference this is going to make. Yeah. Why did I think of that before, eh? Hey. Right. There we go. Right, now we're going to single strain. Yes. How much difference that makes, look. Got a nice sort of white frothy head on top. Right, and then garnish. Another one prepped there. Little raspberry kebab. Is that long enough? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So what are we calling this one? Red wine, vanilla vodka, raspberry. Oh, I genuinely have no idea how I'm going to rank these at the end. Right then, the 5th cocktail. Don't need to wash my shaker up. I've got another shaker, that'll do. 5th cocktail. We've done vodka, we've done gin, we've done brandy, we've done rum. The 5th final one to do is tequila. We're going to do, obviously kind of loosely based on a raspberry margarita, but we're going to do something slightly different. So I'm going to serve up. This is a rocks glass, not a martini glass. It's kind of like a nice solid tumbler, if you like. Right, this raspberry puree again, 15ml. Again, equivalent, whatever. 3, 4. If you want to go one more, 5 fresh raspberries, muddled down with a bit of sugar. But 15ml for raspberry puree there. Right. Lovely, jabbly. Right, then we start washing our measure out. So we don't want lemon juice, we want lime juice for this one. 25ml, I'm going for this one. 25ml of lime juice. The sugar element I'm going to add is agave nectar. Could go normal sugar. I'm just going for agave. Again, most supermarkets in the UK will have this brand of agave nectar. And I'm just going 10ml in there. Right. Now we need our booze elements, which obviously comes in the form of tequila. And I'm going to use 2 different types of tequila here. So I'm going Reposado first off. And this is my brand of choice, Cascabel. Reposado tequila, lovely, 38%. Proper nice, this one. And I want 35ml. So 25, just washing out the last bits of the puree, 25. Here we go, 35 there. And to add to that, I am going for some honey tequila, because I flipping love it. Honey and raspberry, we know that works. So this is Cascabel honey tequila. Think of this as more of a honey liqueur than a honey tequila. Yes, tequila is used in the base, but you won't taste the tequila at all. It's very much a vibrant honey liqueur. So 15ml, I'm going for this. And then I'm just going to add just a little bit of my orange liqueur, or triple sec, or Grand Marnier, whatever you got. Again, we're coming back to this. Fortunella, my kumquats. I'm just going 10ml. 10, just to kind of that. So it is kind of a raspberry margarita, but You know the drill. Come up with your own name suggestions. Stick them in the comments box below. Right, hard, fast shake. Give it some welly. There, right. No need to double strain this. We can just single strain it into there because we're going to top out with some ice. As I said at the start, if you're at home, just use that ice. If you're in a pub or bar, fresh ice because it looks more premium and you can sell it easily. I'm going to top it up with some cubed ice and then just going to rock out a bit of crushed ice on top. Another lime wheel. Another raspberry kebab. And then that is it. So. Oh my God, I'm in a whole world of trouble here. A whole world of trouble, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rum, brandy, cognac, gin, vodka, tequila. Whole world. I have no idea how to rank these. Absolutely no idea. In fact, what I'm going to get for you regulars, I'm going to get Mummy Barman. She won't come on film. I'm going to get her to taste them and then she can rank these because I genuinely have no idea. Oh my God. Oh. I need to add some overlay music because this is me just drinking cocktails. Oh no, absolutely no idea. I can't split them. I genuinely can't split them. In the show notes will be Mummy Barman's order 1 to 5.